Hey you guys, I'm trying to hold it steady to no avail. Listen, when the goddesses and deities call you, listen, as you can see, I'm listening. I heard loud and clear. Um, oh my land. This is, it's a rare occasion that you see me in this color, right? And it was an energy that wasn't able to come through. Blue has always been my focus. Blue has always been my go-to color for a long, long time, and my siblings can attest to that. But what I noticed was that the throat chakra was something that I needed to heal very, very seriously. And that's where that blue, the emphasis on blue came from. So I was watching something on YouTube, and well, I had seen a customer, and he had on his Yoruba beads, or Ifa beads or whatnot, and I asked him what the colors represented. But I knew. I said, this is Ogun. And I'm like, okay. Then I noticed someone else, they had on beads for Elegua. And I'm like, okay. This, these types of practices you get initiated into by Babalao, a priestess, a priest, and whatnot. You're initiated. My initiation came spiritually, straight from the sources, and it was in January that I was called on. Well, last year, and I had this yellow dress that I actually bought the year prior and never wore. Well, I wore it once, took a picture and then took it off, and I was like, whoa. It was a whole different energy when I put it on. And, you know, thought nothing of it, put it back in the closet. Then I had an instance where I wore it out, and just the glow, the sun, the everything felt different to me internally. So I'm like, okay, put that dress back up. And then I had some work, some energetic work done, and I had a very severe blockage here and something attached to my sacral, and was able to get it removed and shift some things around. And next thing I know, I'm going to the grocery store, and all I've got in the cart, you know, when I really saw, I just looked in my fridge, I have tangerines, butternut squash, fucking carrots, the stick carrots, not the shaved ones, not the baby carrots that you use for stew and soups and shit. Big ass carrots. And I've got this propensity, this nagging craving for orange shit now, bell peppers and all kinds of stuff. Sorry about the noise, but it just was so pressing. And I was like, oh man, you know, like, I really want this. Even the junk food, the Cheetos, I don't eat them normally. And it was I just, everything orange I was attracted to. I was drinking orange juice, and that's not my normal go-to as far as juices. I do drink it every once in a while, but it was like, man, I really want some orange juice. I really want this orange right now. In the middle of the night, I'd get up, you know, get some water, and want something to snack on, and I'd peel a damn, one of those little cuties, or so lately, I just knew. I was like, oh shit, I've never really worn gold before. It had always been silver. I was silver, 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 silver. And then I got this charm. It's got silver and gold on it. Let me show you. It was given to me by a customer. Um, this was after my experience of being called by Oshun. I got on. Okay, so I got on the laptop and I was looking up the Mardi Gras parade, and I saw that they had a date for 2/22. So I was gonna book the trip, and I'm like, okay, cool. It was the Oshun parade, so I booked everything. I was just gonna go. Yeah. Move on, player. So I was gonna book everything. I was gonna dart off from Atlanta to New Orleans, just stay for like a weekend or something, and then come back. That same day, I had to wrap up a karmic cycle. It was related to the eclipse and all that in January. But it brought my attention to that 2/22 and also the parade, Oshun. So I'm like, okay, you're calling me. Even the visions of rubbing honey on my sacral chakra and my solar plexus and my whole stomach and just dancing and commemorating myself. You know, I'm like, okay, where is this shit coming from? So I was like, okay, that's fine, that's cool. But yeah, then I get the charm after, and that's when I connected to the Virgin Guadalupe and Mother Mary and, you know, Mary Magdalene, Mother Black Madonna, like those deities and stuff were coming into view, and I was like, okay, I already have the mothering, the nurturing spirit. I know that much, so I'm like, okay, cool. But then Lakshmi came to me and started showing up in my environment and stuff like that. Then Ganesh, I don't know if I don't think I showed you guys the pressed penny with the focus with the elephant on it. Don't know if you can see that very well, but it's got an elephant on it, and they're just making themselves known, like, hey, yeah, man, we're on your team. There you go. Hey, what's up? Like, I asked, who's got me? Who's with me? Who am I, you know, working with here? Where am I getting these sources of information? Who's assisting me? So, I had my connection with, like, the twin flame energy, so to speak. Not in the way that everybody's perceiving it, but the colors that damn, got hair on my earring. The colors that are represented, the magenta, that teal, light blue. I have that color every fucking where, and I didn't realize it. As I was balancing my masculine and feminine, that pink color kept coming, different variations of pink, and the blue, the pink and the blue, and they're always associated with boy, girl, but in the true flame colors are that magenta and that teal blue color, that almost like a turquoise. And the gold flame is the one in the middle. So I went from magenta, which is actually the masculine color, that teal blue, the feminine color. That's why everything's so fucked up. They think blue is boy and pink is girl. but the hue that it's coming from is actually a magenta and a teal. So the gold in the middle is the unity of, and that's where I'm at now. Even my nail colors, I saw I was aligning with the energy I was exuding and working on. First the divine masculine, and then um, I even had a plant. I bought a plant with the same color flower as that magenta that kept sticking out to me. And it was later confirmed for me what was happening and what was going on. So now I'm in the gold stage, and it's unlocking more abundance, more information, more goddesses, more energies to work with, because those other ones aligned with different sources, different deities, different governors, so to speak, of the energy. So it's like gold just threw up all over me. That's kind of how it's feeling. Just being the honey, the lemon, the butternut squash, the yams, the bananas. Like, it's not even um, a physical hunger. It's a soulful yearning for the connection of these particular energies that align with this particular color. The goldenrod, the honey citrine crystal that's just, hey bitch. It was like, just calling my name. Not bitch, but hey girl. So um pay attention to what you're being called to focus on, what you're being called to uh, be receptive to. Because in the dream where Oshun recently came, because I was asking about my divine mother, divine father in the Yoruba faith, I was asking. I thought it was another one. And I didn't do any offerings. I didn't do any meditations to connect. I was just being open and receptive, because if you align yourself with the wrong deities and the wrong goddesses and gods, you'll be fucked up. You'll be fucked up. You'll be fucked up. That's why some people can go and try to align with Jesus, and their alignment is with another deity, with another ascended master, and they're missing the information because they're getting a teaching that is not aligned with their major, if that makes sense. In spiritual hierarchy, or in this school of spiritual life that we're in, you actually have areas of study and expertise that you're to align with and to learn. So if you're aligned with the wrong deity or source, the if you have the wrong professor teaching you, you're not going to be able to utilize that in the field. When it comes down to it, we're already in a spiritual warfare. So you don't want to have archer training, but you're on the front lines with an assault rifle or a musket. Like, you're using the wrong tools to try to achieve. A painter trying to be a woodsmith or a blacksmith, he's not going to have the proper training to do or to utilize everything that is within that particular profession. And this is how it goes spiritually. When you're learning, there's such an array of things to learn that if you're not careful, you can be diving deep into information that um, it may be useful, but you don't even have your particulars down yet. So, yeah, you can learn welding, but if your major is wood shop and you don't know how to um, plane a board, or route it, sand it down, cut it to scale, and all that, the welding doesn't help you much with your primary trade. Also had some revelations about tarot. Some of the messages aligned with the cards. The first thing I want to address. I'm gonna come back with another video because I gotta break it down. It's gonna take a long time, and I don't want this video to be 30 minutes. Okay, it's already 15. So I'll be back shortly.